It's your boy Joshua Monday coming with another week of business insights. And today we interview the CEO, founder of the Triple M Method, which is money making mindset. And he's the owner of this company that does wholesale real estate. And I really want to get into it because I really been wanting to talk to him about how do you get in the game of wholesale real estate and how do you flip properties on paper, man. So we're really going to dive into this conversation. It's going to be great. Stay tuned. Man, so I got my man, Abram Mitchell, the owner of Triple M Method, man. How you doing today, bro?
Doing good, bro. How
man,
you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I've been wanting to get with you, man, for a long time because I feel like I ain't gonna say you just popped out of nowhere, but man, you and Paul just popped out of nowhere and just started building everything. But I'm like, man, what is he into? And I started looking into it, and you into the wholesale real estate space, man. So before we get started on that, tell us a little about who you are, how you got started in real estate, and then let's talk about the Triple M Method.
Yep, let's talk about it. So, like you said, my name is Abram Mitchell. I'm originally born in Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Then I came across wholesaling real estate in college when I was at UL, University of Louisiana, Lafayette. Closed my first deal in 2018, made 35 grand from that, dropped out of college, moved to Nashville, and every year in the business has been a build up on, what I could do in this space. Yeah. So wholesaling is just flipping property on paper.
Yeah.
I find a deal, put it on the contract, match it up with an investor like yourself, and I get paid in between. Then that's how I started stacking money and was able to transition into fix and flip, and then eventually what we standing in right now, new construction development.
Man, hold on. So you're moving fast.
Yeah.
All right. So like, who introduced you to wholesale real estate in college? Like, where did you see that? And then what did you see, like, man, I could actually do this? Yeah. Because it feels like you like as a bona fide middleman, it's like you connect, you get a property, you connect it with the investor, and then how do you get paid?
I get paid in between. That's a good question. Okay. So like, I'm in college and I already was an entrepreneur in college. So if you know me from young, I always I'ma have some money. Yeah. Like anybody that know me back then, they ain't surprised about nothing going on now because I just always been motivated by a luxurious lifestyle. My parents just always tell me, you're gonna need to be rich when you grow up because you always want a lot of shit. So I'm had a glass business in college, and that's how I was making money to take care of myself. And then, like I was telling you, my aunt married my uncle, and he was in real estate. So that's the coolest thing in the world. Like I remember calling my dad one day and saying, hey, this is my white collar dad. Yeah. He taught me all the hustle. You feel me? My dad hustled to death. Yeah. But when it came to credit, when it came to real estate, when it came to these white collar things, that's what I got from my uncle. Okay. So of course I see him in real estate, so I'm calling him, I'm asking him like how I could get into that. And then one of those conversations led into wholesaling, where he was like, we was on the phone having a casual convo, and he was like, Dad, they got this 19-year-old in Nashville that made $100,000 in real estate. I said, stop right there. Yeah. I'm 20. I'm 20 at the time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. That's something that I could relate to. Keep talking. And then that's when he told me you could actually flip properties without buying them, without having the credit, without having the license, without having the things that we socially normally think, okay, if I want to get into real estate, I got to already be rich. I got to already have money. I got to already have credit. That's what I thought. Yeah. But then I see this way where I could make thousands of dollars without buying the property, without having the licensing. I just gotta have the hustle and have the skills to get in front of these people that'll sell at a discount. Okay, so
let's talk about it. So how do you go and find the deal, and then you say, all right, do you put that deal on the contract and then go try to find an investor? Like, tell me walk me through that process.
Okay, so with wholesaling, I like to explain it as a B, and C, a three-step process. Okay. So A, let's imagine you're a homeowner. You're the seller, you're A. Of course, I'm in the middle, I'm B. And let's say my guy on the camera over there is C. Yeah. So, of course, you're in a situation where you might want to sell your property. I go directly to the seller. So what I mean by that is I'm going to pull a list of data and I'm going to call them. I'm not going to do all the guessing. I'm going to get you on the phone and I'm going to say, hey, Josh, my name is Abram with Net Home Offer. I'm interested in buying your property cash. Are you interested in selling it? And then you say, yeah, I consider selling the property. So then at that point, a negotiation begins. I'm looking to get the property at about, I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking to steal it.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get it at a price that's 50, 60% of market value.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I provide a service that's why I'm able to get it at that price. Of course, you have a property that you're in a situation where you need to sell it, get some cash quick.
Yeah.
You're in a situation where you probably don't have the funds to fix it up yourself, and it would benefit you to have somebody like me to come in and orchestrate this deal. So that's essentially what I do.
Gotcha.
So say you got a house worth $200 grand.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna come to you and we're gonna negotiate a deal for $100,000, and then I'm gonna go to Aaron and say, hey, I got this property for $120. Aaron's gonna say, okay, I'm interested, let me check it out. I'm gonna show him some pictures, set up an appointment for him to see it. He gonna say, this cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
So then at the closing table, Aaron gonna show up with the money. He might show up with a briefcase full of cash. It happened before.
Right.
He might show up with a cashier's check.
Yeah.
Or like most people do, they have a lender that wire the funds.
Yeah.
So then you get the 100, I get the 20, Aaron get the asset. He gonna invest into it and flip it for 200.
Come on,
Everybody
man. Everybody gets money.
Everybody gets money.
So how did you start to think about, man, I need to start building an empire from this? Because I saw you got in it, you learned it, but now I see that you're trying to teach other people how to do it, and you teaching them how to do it. Is that a part of your business, or you just teaching them how to do it and then you're not making money off of it either?
I make money out of it. If I'm doing something, it's some dollars involved. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta live.
Right.
You feel me? Like my time is the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
But we're in the world where you need money to buy your time back. So it's a passion thing and a business at the same time.
Okay.
I always knew, coming from where I come from, we not exposed to this.
Right.
We're not. Like you were just talking about people in jail getting exposed to this through people like me that's putting it out there on the internet.
Yep.
I put out a lot of free content, by the way.
Yep.
But most people, if they don't spend money on it, they ain't gonna really.
They ain't gonna take it serious. They ain't gonna take it serious.
So I always knew that it'll be a time where I start helping other people in it. I never knew exactly when, but I knew what I wanted to do before I ever thought about doing that. I wanted to prove that I'm an expert in this field, and I could literally take you from A to Z.
Gotcha.
You know? So I started that back in November, like less than a year ago.
Okay.
And that came from the demand was just so crazy, you know, like at the end of the day, I started this at 20 years old, I'm 25 now. So at the end of the day, even at this age, you don't see somebody building houses, you don't see somebody wholesaling houses, you don't see somebody in this game.
No,
you know?
no.
So it attracts a lot of people that's like, hey, and that's what I want. Somebody to look at me and be like, this dude got dreads, tattoos.
Yeah.
If he could do it, why can't I?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just kept asking me, wanting the info, and I helped a lot of people for free. But then I was like, okay, I can help even more people if I build a system and a product around this, like a curriculum, like what you do with Pivot Tech.
Yeah.
So we built the curriculum out, and right now we're about 60 students in, and I mean, we looking to just really turn that thing all the way up.
So is it a curriculum? I buy into the curriculum and I get the mastermind class, because I see you do these meetups where you bring in real estate experts and things of that nature, and you have like a 3-day kind of seminar situation. Is those like members of the group, or is it like I can just buy into that and then just go?
It's the mastermind. So again, I mean, the great thing about being in business is building the business. It's the process. Yeah. So like, I don't even have the answers to all the questions you asking, but
no,
that
it's all good.
Feel good.
Right.
You know, because that means I got work to do.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So what I would say, what essentially the first thing I put out was a free course.
Okay.
You know, and my thought process behind that was, I want people to come to me with the right questions. Yeah. You know, instead of saying, hey bro, put me on real estate, I won't get on. I want you to come to me and say, hey, I attempted to reach out to some homeowners. I came across one that might be interested, but I don't really know how to run the numbers on it. Yeah. You know, I want you in a place where you help yourself before I help you.
Come on.
Because I can't help nobody that don't want to help themselves. Like, you got to make that mindset change in your mind that you deserve wealth. Yeah. That you deserve to be in this room. Yeah. If you ain't made that decision in your mind, then I'm going to just give you a bunch of game, and you're not going to realize that this is in between you and generational freedom. Yeah. So that was my thought process behind putting out the free course. When I put out the free course, we had over 1,000 people download the course, and I had more people coming back to me with better questions. You know?
Yeah.
So then that's when the mastermind came where, okay, we're gonna charge people gonna come in, and now they come in, they get weekly calls, they get onboarding training, they have access to come into my office, they have access to my team, and then we do the masterminds. And the event's crazy. Like,
I see. Yeah,
the event's crazy.
How do people tap into the mastermind? How do they tap into your organization or even the content? Where is it housed? How do they get connected with you? And then really understanding like, you be able to take people from A to Z being a part of the mastermind.
So it's everything run through my Instagram.
Okay.
Like social media at the end of the day, like it's bad things to it, but there's a lot of good things if you know how to use it.
Yeah.
So I post a lot of content on my social media platform. I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. It's Abram Mitchell, ABRAMMITCHELL _ on all platforms. And that's where I release all my announcements. You know?
Okay, got you. So right now we're at a project that you're working on. So he stated that he went from wholesaling to investing to now actually building them from the ground up. And what are you going to do with this project?
I'm going to keep this one.
You're going to keep it?
I'm going to put this in my portfolio, and I'm going to short-term rent it.
Okay, real quick question. How has the real estate, so we see that it's a turn in the real estate market. How's it impacted your business? And what type of pivots have you had to make to really adjust? To really adjust to what you have going on.
So everybody in real estate, you in real estate, something has been impacting in your business. So the market conditions has changed my business a lot. And that's back to what we were talking about earlier. That's the fun part of business. It's figuring stuff out. So I started developing in November of 2021. If anybody was paying any attention to real estate, especially if you hear where we at, market was going crazy. Like,
it's crazy.
Just going through the roof. Going crazy. So I started developing in 2021, and my first real estate deal, my first new construction project, I made $350K net on it.
Come on.
You feel me? So that's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, come on, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm feeling myself. And not even really because of the money, it's just the proof, bro. Like, coming from where we come from, you know, just anybody that's watching this that have any barriers in their mind, bro, you got to get that out of there, because just like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, the positions they're in, it started somewhere. They had to start somewhere. You feel me? So you just got to get those negative things out your mind and just go for it.
Let's go.
First deal, crazy. And of course, I just started buying lots. I'm like, I'm all in on new development. And a lot of these lots I bought, I could have wholesaled. They made 40K, 50K, sometimes 100K right then and there. But on the development side, I'm making quadruple that. You know? So started on my first new construction project in November 2021, sold it in June of 2022, netted 350K from that project. It was actually a flip and a new build on the same lot.
Gotcha.
That's when the market changed.
You
know, like, and people didn't know it while living it, but when you go back and look at statistics, the market peaked in the summer of 2022. So again, like I said, we didn't realize it right when it happened, but as we moved on and the Fed hiked the interest rates.
Interest rates are crazy.
From like 3% all the way up to 8%. Then we started seeing the market, you know, follow behind. You know what I mean? Like a market shift, don't just, you wake up one day and the market crash. Nah, it's a gradual thing. The first things that indicates a market shift is people overbidding on property.
Better believe it.
So people that been in real estate before me, they knew this already. Some of the John Swifts of the world, the Jimmys, the people that came before me, they knew this already. But again, we ain't talking every day. So I'm like, shit, this thing gonna keep going to the moon.
To the moon.
I've been through COVID, 2018. I'm like, this ain't going to the moon. And as the Fed started hiking interest rates, I started noticing I was having properties sitting on the market longer, and I was having to have buyer concessions. So basically, I was having to pay people to buy my property.
Gotcha.
You know, it was turning into what we call a buyer's market. Which meant the person buying the property had more leverage than the person selling it. So I started learning that, hey, I got to be able to cut costs on my projects. I got to be able to adjust on the go. because I had a situation where I lost money on the deal. Most investors ain't gonna tell you that.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
I built the house ground up,
and
just like you see all this stuff looking good on Instagram, people having these houses looking good, saying they sold it, but they ain't telling you what they made on it.
Yeah, they took an L.
Sold the deal and I got one of the houses still. So it's not a full L, but the money I got tied up into it and what's in it is an L.
Yeah, it's L.
You know, now I'm blessed to only lose like 20 grand. That ain't gonna kill me. But they got a lot of people in this market in Nashville
losing hundreds of
thousands of dollars because they're not adjusting to the market. So you could be one of those people that's saying the market ain't changed. Your numbers change on the spreadsheet, you feel me?
Right.
I started noticing that and I started adjusting to the market. And the adjustments I made is I need to have a better hand on my projects. I need to be analyzing these budgets. I need to be making decisions on cutting costs and also making sure people out here, like earlier I was on the phone with them guys that need to be out here. Because at the end of the day, like I was talking to a guy earlier, this property costs me $300 a day right now in interest. So every day that you're late, you costing me that amount of money.
Facts.
And if you don't know your projects down to the T like that, then there's more room for you to make mistakes and you're not gonna notice it until it's time to cash the check at the end.
Man, come on, bro.
But I made those mistakes before getting that.
Man, let's get it, man. If y'all want to tap in with Abram, man, we're gonna leave his information below. But man, this is great information on how you can get into wholesale real estate. And man, it's really anybody can get in the game if you choose to put in the work, man. So it's another episode of Business Insights with your boy. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the comment section if you have any questions, man. We out.